They put a gold on. I should be bossing these niggas like Gohan. This is my dick, we should gon' put a throat on. She told me she wouldn't ride, I said hold on. I got a cannon on me, but no protons.
We get straight into the video. Say we watching. My husband died. Now I love his brother. Just imagine you dying, like your brother just started. He get with your girl. That's crazy.
Aaron passed away. I found love with his brother.
And I already know the brother, if he was alive, he wouldn't be having it.
Between the two of us, we have 4 kids. Rory the third, he is 12. Presley is 5, and Madeline is 4. Camden is 9.
He is with Caitlin and actually my younger brother. First, we were kind of both hesitant on letting our relationship be known to our families.
I thought it was a little weird. My first thought was, how would Aaron feel? I knew he would not like it at all. He would not be happy.
Did you feel guilty?
Thank you. Who wants cereal? Whoops. Between the two of us, we have 4 kids. So we have Rory the third, he is 12.
And he is from a previous relationship.
Together we made the girls.
Yes, together at separate times.
Presley is 5 and Madeline is 4. And Camden is 9.
He is with Caitlin and actually my younger brother, Aaron.
Aaron and I
was your younger brother, and you gotta do him like that?
I actually met when we were in elementary school. I was 18 when I started dating him. So when Aaron and I first got together, we abused prescription drugs together. And then when I got pregnant, we both stopped. Then after, when Cam was 6 months old, we started using pills again.
Damn.
We moved on to harder drugs.
We would just fight a lot when we were getting high. We would turn into different people. It was really not healthy.
So when Aaron and Caitlin were together, I definitely was not very fond of her. I just didn't really trust her.
While we were using, our personalities changed so fast, and the things that we did were so out of character for ourselves. In 2015, we were stealing from people. We were doing whatever we could to get high, and it was just terrible. So I decided that I really wanted to go to rehab and get help.
Okay, dope for her.
While I was at rehab, I could hear it in his voice that he was still using every time that he called me. I just revoked the consent so that they wouldn't tell me when he was calling.
I just could never imagine not being with him. But then once I was separated from him and I was at rehab, I was like, I think that I would be okay if I wasn't with him. But I never imagined the whole situation flipping.
A week before I was supposed to get out, I got the phone call that Aaron had overdosed and he passed away.
Damn, R.I.P.
Closed my eyes back then. Even if we weren't together right in that moment, we were eventually going to be together, I thought.
I know that I did what I had to do to protect my own sobriety, but it has been hard to kind of deal with the survivor's guilt of that.
I would never have imagined getting a phone call that my younger brother died. On top of losing a brother, I felt very bad for Caitlin and Camden. Camden was a huge concern of mine. Just didn't know what his future looked like without having a dad, you know what I mean?
Bro stepped in, came stepdad/uncle.
And everything, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Rory actually called me, and it was just so weird. I was not expecting his voice to remind me of Aaron so much. It was such comfort. I was like, oh my God.
I guess the conversation I had with Kate was met with a type of a different side of her I hadn't seen before. Compassion and understanding.
So what's the time frame? How long did he wait before you started raising her up?
And that's kind of how we started getting closer. Grammy's here, yay.
First, we were kind of both hesitant on letting our relationship be known to our families.
Hey, Maggie.
We didn't want them thinking that we didn't care about Aaron.
Can you guys go play for a little bit?
Hi, son.
I'm gonna do it one more time.
Go play. Me and Jess, we've always gotten along, but after he passed away, we clung to each other even more because
Damn.
I was the closest thing to Aaron.
I never, ever, 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 ever would have thought these two would end up together. I thought it was a little weird. Is that a good word? My first thought was, how would Aaron feel? I knew he would not like it at all. He
How the fuck would he like his brother being with his girl?
would not be happy. But after Rory and I had a conversation about it, once I looked at it the way he was looking at it, you know, and you can't help who you have feelings for, you just can't. She was part of our life. She had Camden. She was always gonna be around anyways, and it's not my determination who my kids are with, so.
Give her a hand, it's good.
As far as my grandson's concerned, I thought it would be great because Rory and Aaron were raised in the same household, so they had pretty much the same values. So I knew that with her being with Rory, then Camden would be raised with the same values that Aaron would have raised him with.
That's an okay point, but still our brother.
What is that on your arm? Is that blood?
What?
Oh, is that this chocolate ice cream?
Camden was really young when his dad died. He was only 2. And when Rory and I got together, he just took on the position of like the dad role for Camden.
I had mentioned to Kate about me talking to Cam to see if he wanted to call me dad. And Caitlin was completely okay with it. Ended up just kind of asking like, hey buddy, I know I am your uncle, but if you want to call me dad, I would love that. And you could definitely do that.
Uncle, dad, bro. So he's calling him dad now?
And his face lit up, and I've been dad since.
Since they have all the kids, I think they've both definitely grown a lot. They've come into who they are. Caitlin's definitely come a long way.
Well, I still am a drug addict in recovery,
But what?
technically. But yeah, I know.
It's a lot different.
I think that we had a lot of obstacles to overcome together. And that was a lot of mental work.
Did you feel guilty?
I think, yeah, I struggled. Had questions about whether or not we were making the right decision in being together. But like Rory said, Aaron wasn't an option. And that was the only person who I cared about's opinion on that matter, really.
I have gotten comments online about our relationship saying like, oh, that makes me sick.
Yeah, like an Uncle Daddy or whatever. And I like to correct him. I say, it's Dunkle. It's not Daddy Uncle or Uncle Daddy. It's Dunkle.
So you embrace
Uncle?
No, I'm totally being a smart. But my point is something bad happened to her. Something bad happened to me.
The nigga
and
Uncle Dad stepped
we
up,
ended up
man.
finding comfort in one another. You know, so the negativity doesn't do anything to us.
So you felt happy to be able to call him dad?
Yeah, because I'm lucky that I have a dad.
You're just happy to have that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're good for one another. Almost 7 years in, we have proven to be a great team and create a beautiful family.
If you had a message for Aaron, what would it be?
Kate and Cam are good. Just because Aaron's biggest concern was always Kate and Cam. So I think he would be happy to know that, of all people,
If Aaron knew about this,
See, I don't know how he would have felt, you know what I'm saying, but I would have definitely felt some type
now
of way about that.
and seeing what we've been through and where we are today, I think he would be very comforted that somebody's there and that how you guys are doing.
Yeah, I think he'd be very proud of where we started and where we've come.
All right, everybody, look right over here. Big smile, big smile, big smile.
At the end of it, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I want to say our brother, because, you know what I'm saying, that's your brother, man, but how y'all feel, man? Is it okay? He get the pass for it? I'm gonna leave it at that. Subscribe, show some love to the channel. We out.